Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel, and it's nice to see you all again. This weekend I had a chance to see the new movie that released in India, Bumblebee. This story follows Bumblebee, our favorite transformer, and he's a refugee from Cybertron hiding away on Earth as an old Volkswagen Beetle. The movie is peppered and sprinkled with beautiful, nice references to the 80s culture and is set at that time period. Now the music is nice, filled with the retro style, the Walkman and the cars and all. And it follows the story of Charlie, outcast of her own, who's having trouble coping after the death of her father. Meanwhile, Bumblebee is being hunted by two Decepticons, also sent on Earth to search for him. And the movie follows how Haley Steinfeld's character Charlie and Bumblebee bond together and how they stick up and fight for the world. How Charlie finds her voice and her determination and also the strength to believe in herself, who finally understands her place in the world just as Bumblebee finds his place as well. I absolutely love the design of Bumblebee. They managed to give him expressions and his actions and the way he gestures, all of them combined together to reach across to the audience. You feel like this transformer actually has a soul, that he's a person, and we begin to feel for him. He forms a bond with Charlie, and I have to say the movie had a lot of vibe going for it, a lot like E.T. Sometimes it almost seemed like a blatant ripoff. That was the one bad thing I felt about it. It's not necessarily very bad. It follows the story, but I think they could have done it in such a way as to not so obviously look like a ripoff of E.T. And Travis Knight, the director of Kubo and the True Strings, has done a great job. It's definitely a step up from the Michael Bay Transformer movies. Those movies left a really sour taste in my mouth, and I was not sure whether Bumblebee would live up to it, but thank God it did. I actually walked out of that theater with a smile on my face. This is my favorite Transformer movies from all the Transformers, even better, much better than the first Transformer movie. While the previous Transformer movies focused all on action and hardly touched upon the stories or the people or the characters involved, this story has a lot of heart, it has a lot of feeling, and at the same time that doesn't detract from the awesome action sequences that are there. I felt Haley Steinfeld has done a wonderful job. She's charming and witty and connectable. You can relate to her, and she plays the role of Charlie, the girl who discovers Bumblebee. She's pretty much an outcast of her own, and this is the first time they focused on a person who sort of feels left out not only by the world but also by her family, and she's going through a lot of things since the passing of her dad. Whereas the other Transformer movies, at least the movies till now, have been a huge CGI fest. Many of the times during the sequences, you cannot tell the difference between an Autobot and a Decepticon. And during the fight sequences, you cannot make out the difference between the two, and it is like an overload of senses. True, it's a CGI fest, but it detracted a lot, and I felt this was definitely better. Throughout the fight sequences, you could make out the difference, easily identify Bumblebee and the other two Decepticons. Also, Travis Knight has managed to stay true to the original G1 characters and their designs, which is a definite plus point, and it's one of the main reasons why most of the hardcore Transformer fans, at least the ones following them since the cartoon days and the original movie days, such fans will be able to connect with this movie, and I felt Travis Knight made a great decision by doing that. The movie also stars John Cena. He plays a hard, tough as nail army guy, and I have to say, I really respect Johnny Cena, but as an actor, he still has a long way to go. He was able to deliver the comedic lines, and he was better off suited to that rather than as when he had to do actually more dramatic parts of the role. Even though he was playing the role of a tough guy and all, at certain parts when he has to act like I'm a macho, hard as nails guy, at such parts, you'd think it'd be easy for him to do that, but he seems to have comedic chops more, and he's not yet a high class actor, but he's getting there. He has a chance and he can definitely do well. Right now, I think he should stick to the comedic roles rather than going for hard dramatic roles or any such. This movie has definitely an uphill battle to climb. I mean, people have already been let down and been burned by the previous Michael Bay Transformer movies, that they just lost hope, as obvious from the previous movie, The Last Night. And I feel that's the main reason that attracts people from viewing this movie. It's a fun movie. It's a heartfelt movie, and for once, it's the most family-friendly movie. I feel this movie is a step in the right direction, and hopefully, it will help salvage the franchise and the brand. And I feel that right now the creators have to look to the future of this franchise, and I feel this is definitely a helpful step and definitely a step in the right direction. Hopefully we'll get to see more Transformer films like this, and I'd suggest you definitely go check it out. Particularly if you're a G1 fan, then you're in for a treat. The only gripe I had with it is maybe it's almost frame by frame copy of E.T. I mean, the extraterrestrial comes to Earth, befriends a human, and the story of E.T. And I felt that is the only thing that sort of detracted from it. That, and maybe a bit John Cena's acting also. But over and above, this movie is great. It's a fun movie. It's an awesome movie. Transformer fans, you finally have got something worth cheering for, and I suggest you go check out this movie as soon as possible. Thank you for tuning in once again, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, and don't forget to hit the little bell so that you'll get a notification whenever I post a new video. Like I said, I'm pretty new to this, and I'd love it if you guys gave me some criticism, some advice. It would be really helpful. And get down to a discussion down there in the comment section. Let me know if you like this movie, what you thought of it, what attracted you and detracted you from this movie. I give this movie a resounding 8 out of 10. I hope to see you guys soon again. I'd love it if you guys followed me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And please be sure to visit the blog funnypajamas.wordpress.com. Where I have few editorial pieces and also reviews for the latest movies I watched. Like I said, I'd love your criticisms. It would be really helpful for me, and I'm open to anything. Thanks a lot again. I'll see you again next time. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.